I found out my fiancée cheated during her bachelorette party, so I'm planning on leaving. Last night, I, 31M, did something I'm not proud of because curiosity got the better of me. I was getting ready for bed when I saw a light pop up on my girlfriend's, 30F, computer. Normally, I'm not one to pry into someone else's privacy, but it was a message from her friends about the party they were at. We were getting married soon, and she was out with her friends at a bachelorette party. I stayed up all night checking her computer and her Facebook messages and discovered she had cheated during the party. By cheating, I don't mean getting a strip tease or something, which I would be okay with. I understand it's a bachelorette party, but she actually gave some dude some sloppy toppy and ended up going home with another guy that night. She has that other guy added on Facebook, but the chat merely consists of, "I had a good time and it was nice to meet you." The conversation dates back to the bachelorette party. I have, however, read the messages between her and her friends. They have a small group, and I found out what she had done there. It all seems as if it was a one-time thing that happened then, but I'm a mess. I haven't slept all night, and she is headed for work in an hour or so when she wakes up. I don't know what to do. We are supposedly getting married in 3 weeks. We were planning on buying a house, having kids, and growing old together. I feel like I want to throw all of that out the window. I am sitting here smelling like booze, feeling drunk and depressed. Honestly, I want to go and kick her out right now, but I don't want to do something irrational. Update 1. I left in the morning to take a smoke. My head was still messed up. I don't think she cheated other than this night. Nothing I found indicated anything else. I guess she wanted this to be her last night before settling down or something. I honestly don't know and don't care. When I was outside taking a smoke, about 15 to 20 minutes after I left, she had woken up. She noticed the drinks out and asked me what I had been up to. Basically, she came to give me a kiss and a hug. I followed through with it but honestly felt empty doing it. I didn't want to give her any hint of what I knew. She asked me why I had been drinking and why I didn't come to sleep last night, and I told her I was just having some nightmares but everything was fine. I felt detached, like I was watching myself in the third person through a TV or something. She asked me if any stress was related to the marriage and the plans. I just told her something along the lines of, "I love you. How can you be stressed about the best thing in your life?" After that, she got herself ready and left for work. So, it was time to take action. I basically started packing my most important things and I called and canceled the venue where we were supposed to have the wedding. Apparently, they took 15% of the money for canceling early because we were having such a big event. I told them it's fine, and I really don't care at this point. I also saved screenshots of everything and have taken them with me. Around 1 p.m., I called a taxi and went to stay at a hotel far away from my city. I didn't leave any notes or pictures at home, I just left. I needed the alone time in the hotel to think everything through and process what had happened. Around 3:30 p.m., my phone started getting spammed with calls from my ex-fiancée. I got calls and messages from her sister, her friends, her parents, my parents, and a few of our mutual friends. The only people I called back were my mom and dad. I have huge trust in my parents. I basically spilled the beans and told them a nicer version of what had happened. I asked my dad not to say anything and also asked my mother not to say anything. I told them it's ended, it's over, and that I won't be getting married anymore. I also told them not to tell anyone about what I told them. I didn't tell them exactly what happened, just that I found out she wasn't being loyal to me. I didn't think giving details would help in any way. Around 5 p.m., my dad called me back and told me my ex-fiancée is completely hysterical and is basically broken down. Completely not understanding what is going on, I just told my dad not to intervene and that I needed some alone time right now. I basically shut my phone down and have been staying silent ever since. Her sister knew about what happened at the bachelorette party, and I have the text to prove it. She even laughed about it and told her not to feel guilty because it's a bachelorette party, and that women should go all in on this night. I really feel like Neo in the Matrix, dodging bullets in slow motion. However, instead of dodging bullets, I have dodged an unfaithful wife, endless fights, and a ton of depression. I honestly feel a lot better knowing my life will get better. Unfortunately, she has broken down and is begging me to take her back, as is her sister and her friends. Update 2. Yesterday, my phone was being spammed by many family members from her side and friends. I had this gut feeling she was going to come up with an excuse of some sort. I picked up the phone, and the first thing I heard was a torn voice. I could hear she had been crying all day and was in a messed up state. She kept begging me to come back, that there was an explanation for everything, and that she loved me. She said I had misunderstood the entire situation. I told her to explain it to me right then and there. She said because I had only seen a small part of the conversation, it had all been misunderstood, that I should come back home, that she loved me, and that I had taken an irrational decision to leave. During the entire conversation, I was just giving really short, empty answers in a cold manner. After she told me it was all a misunderstanding, I told her to call me back in 10 minutes and to check Messenger. After I hung up, I sent her the entire conversation with a ton of screenshots. Not all of them, but most of the important ones. It didn't take 2 minutes for her to call back, crying hysterically, saying sorry for everything, that she wanted to unalive rather than lose me. She said she was forced by her friends and her sister to have fun one last time, and that she needed to let all the energy out before stepping into a marriage for life. I stayed silent. The more I didn't talk and just said okay, the more she cried. She started telling me I could sleep with other women if I wanted to get back at her, or that she would tell everyone about what she did so I could take her back. I told her that sleeping with other women was not something I needed because the moment I met her and started loving her, she was the only woman I needed. I didn't need to meet or sleep with someone to know the best thing in my life was waiting at home. She kept begging and begging. So I just told her that if she came clean to her parents and family, I would think about it. After that, she started saying something, but I just hung up. Suddenly, her father called me up and apologized for everything. He and his wife knew what happened now, and he was so sorry for all of this. He told me he understood how I felt and that he didn't raise his daughter that way. His wife basically stole the phone from him and told me her daughter had never been this destroyed before. I politely told her I appreciated her opinion and then said, "I have to go, goodbye." My ex-fiancée called me back and begged me again, saying she told her parents and also sent a text message to our mutual friends about what had happened. She kept apologizing on the phone, and I didn't say much. After some time, I just told her not to cry, that she shouldn't be apologizing because single women like herself were allowed to do these things, and I hope she finds Mr. Right. She started crying even harder, and then her sister took the phone. She said, "We told everyone what happened, are you going to take her back now?" I only said I would think about it. She then tells me her sister was turning into a dangerous situation of wanting to unalive herself because of all of this. The only thing I said after she told me that was, "It's a good thing you are close to her so you can make sure she doesn't do that. Maybe take her to a doctor or something." After this, I just hung up. My phone had been blowing up with messages from everyone, and I didn't plan on responding. I honestly feel a lot better right now, like I could move on.